In this short clip, I will take you through some practical ways of supporting your child with reading. We will look at how parents and carers can work alongside their child when they are reading fiction novels like these. By this stage, your child has mastered reading the words on the page with reasonable or good accuracy, and hopefully they are able to understand what they are reading about. The focus is now on building these skills and allowing them the scope to enjoy the text that they are reading. One of the main things you can do to support reading is to sit with your child and talk to them about the book. You should sit beside your child with a copy of the book between you. This will lead to a discussion. So you can ask them the title of the book that they are reading. Who wrote it? Is this a new author, or have they read something written by this author previously? Ask them to look at the illustration. Who might this be in the front cover? What kind of book is this? Is it a mystery text, science fiction, or fantasy? Ask your child to read the blurb at the back of the book if it has one. This will provide a short summary of the storyline. Talk about what might happen in this story and ask them to make predictions about what they think will happen. And you will notice on a book like this that this is a sequel. So you could maybe have a short discussion with your child about the prequel to this book. Now, in this way, you're showing an interest and you're asking your child to think about the text they're reading. So this can also help to keep your child's interest in it too. An important way that you can support your child is by partner reading with them. Now, you wouldn't carry this out for every chapter in the book. And as you can see, in a book like this, there are too many chapters for you to be partner reading all of the time with your child. So you would select some chapters where you're going to carry out this activity, as your child will naturally want to read the book mainly independently, and that's to be encouraged. Now, when you're partner reading, agree with your child how much you will each read. For example, a paragraph or a page. Now, when your child is reading, listen to them and try not to be distracted. Think of one thing they're doing well and maybe one thing they could improve on. Your child isn't expected to read every word perfectly. Don't correct every mistake. Help your child with tricky words during the course of their reading, particularly if they're struggling to move on. Now, when you are reading, try to be a good model. Try not to read too quickly, and if you can, put some expression in your voice. But please don't worry if you are not the most confident reader yourself. The main thing is that you're partnering your child, you're showing an interest in their reading, and above all, you're giving them a very important message about reading being a valuable activity. Once you've both read, tell your child what you liked about their reading and tactfully tell them one thing they could improve. And you might ask your child to comment on your reading too. Now, reading aloud is an important activity. It is also important that developing readers have opportunities to hear themselves reading. It's worthwhile to occasionally ask your child to record their reading. If you have a device such as a mobile phone or an iPad that has a recording facility, your child can read aloud a section of their book and then listen back to the recording. They might ask themselves some questions when they're doing this. For example, did I read clearly and accurately? Did I read at an appropriate pace? Was my reading too fast, or did I read too slow? Was there expression in my voice, and was I interesting to listen to? And did I use word attack strategies to help with tricky words? And if you would like a copy of the word attack strategies, your child's school would be able to provide these for you. Finally, you might like to revisit a chapter and ask your child some simple questions about the text, such as, tell me what happened in this chapter. Is this what you expected to happen? What do you think will happen next? You shouldn't feel too pressurised as a parent or carer to ask in-depth questions about the book. Nor should your child be writing too many lengthy answers to questions. This can kill the enjoyment of a good book, and there is a careful balance to be struck. As we bring this short video to a close, please remember that one of the most important things you can do is to encourage your child to read. There are apps and sites that can provide you with free reading resources. Please contact your child's school for advice about this.